welcome to my channel. If you're new, make sure you stay a while, subscribe, join the tribe basically. If you've been to my channel before, then yeah, deal it. Thank you for coming back for yet another video and watching me talk a bunch of nonsense. But today is a very exciting video for me because I have made a very important life decision and I'm excited about it. I have put my deposit down for nursing school. I have decided that I will be attending Chamberlain University to finish my BSN degree. Yes. I am excited. This has been a long time coming. Honestly, this journey to get this degree has not been a straight route. It's been very crooked and stuff. So I'm really happy that this is how things have worked out at this point. Basically, my educational profile is like this. I went to high school in Philly, not just any high school, it was the best high school in Philly. A special admission high school was hard to get into. You had to apply, you had to have good grades, yada yada yada. After high school, I graduated with like a 3.9, like I had really good grades. Went off to college in Pittsburgh. In college, I studied chemistry, Spanish, and public service. Why was I doing all of that? Because I was doing too much. However, my goal at the time was to go to med school. So in undergrad, I was on a pre-med track. I did organic chemistries, my general chemistries, my physics, my calculuses. I did all of that stuff gearing up for med school. However, by the time I started dealing with AMCIS, I feel like I got PTSD, hold on. By the time I started dealing with the med school application and stuff, I realized, you know, I think I need to take a year off. Let me do a gap year and get my life a little bit because if I'm about to be held down for 4 years with a degree, it better be something that I actually like. Plus the debt that I'm going to incur from this degree, I'm gonna be salty if it turns out that this is not what I really want. So I decided to take a year off after graduating. And honestly, I just fucked around. Like I was working, saving up some money, traveling, partying. I was living my best life. I'm not gonna fraud. I really was. After that year, I was like, okay, let me continue my career. But for some reason, I mean, I did the MCAT and everything, but for some reason, I was just like, I don't think this is for me. I've always known that I want to be a medical professional. That's been always. And this is, for me, this is the capacity in which I would love to help people. I would love to provide that kind of care and advocacy. It's always been through healthcare. Me deciding I didn't want to go to med school meant that I had to do something else. Like whether it was PA school, PT school, OT school, nursing school, I had to do something else in healthcare because that was me. Long story short, I went and did my prereqs. I took the TEAS test, got like an 87% composite score, and then applied to some programs, and then I started an ABSN program. However, because I didn't know what I wanted with my life, I basically dropped out. I could have been a BSN by now. It's really crazy when I think about it. I would have had my BSN by now. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop this program and go back to the med school route because I want to be a doctor. I want to have an MD after my name. You can be a wonderful healthcare professional without having an MD after your name. You can be successful. You can be a practitioner, like your own independent practitioner. You can be a lot of different things. So for me to have that mentality was kind of immature, I feel like, and it cost me time. But at the end of the day, I left that program, which was all up north, moved down to Atlanta, which is where I am now, and then restarted the cycle of applying for schools. But because I already had some credits, I wanted those credits to transfer into wherever I went to. And lo and behold, I found Chamberlain and they accepted a lot of my credits. So I'm not starting at square one, I'm starting at like square 4, you know what I mean? Like I have some credits following me. So I'm pretty excited. Can you even see my eyes? Like, wow. When I was trying to make my decision about, all right, is Chamberlain good? Is it the school for me? How are the classes? Yada, yada, yada. There was really not that much information on YouTube that I was able to see to help guide me in my decision. So I was on YouTube, I was on Twitter, I was on Reddit, I was on Instagram, just regular Google searches, allnurses.com. Girl, I was on everything. I was on everything trying to figure out, okay, is this for me? Is this not for me? And so finally I was just like, I just gotta pray, let go and let God, and let it figure itself out, because it was a lot of concern with how I'm gonna pay for this, because this school is expensive. Okay, this school is expensive. How am I gonna pay for this school? How is it gonna work out when my credit's transferring, yada yada yada. So I just, I let it go. I let go all that worry, and I just said, let me just try and see what happens. Boom, applied to the school. The application was very simple. Sent all my transcripts in, and then I had to sit for the HESI exam, which after you apply, your application date, you have 7 days after that to complete your HESI exam. Did the exam, got a 92% on it, and I was like, okay, bet, it's lit. I should be more than qualified to, continue on my education in this program. And just FYI, I did not study for the HESI. I just went in and took it. I personally don't feel like it was that difficult. But if you're a person who does not do well on examinations and you've been out of school for a certain period of time, you would probably want to go ahead and review, because I feel like it's better to just score well the first time than have to take it multiple times. I believe you only get 2 chances to take it anyway. But you have to score at least a 70% or 75%. I was only trying to take it once. But I just went ahead and took it because in my head, I kind of for me, I guess I just thought, if I am unable to score over a 75 off rip with the knowledge that I have and my academic background, then I don't deserve to be nobody's nurse, period. That's what I told myself. So that's why I did not study. But if you are not that kind of person, please go ahead and study, and don't take my advice about just going in and taking the exam. But I didn't think it was that hard. There were 6 sections: anatomy and physiology, biology, chemistry, English, composition, grammar, reading comprehension, or not grammar, vocabulary, and then math. Go ahead and practice for y'all HESIs. I was deemed academically eligible for the May start, which is on Monday, and it's Friday right now. So I have like a 3-day period to get my life completely together. I have to go get my drug test and basically set myself up to be ready for learning. So I need to get my books in order and organize my agenda and all that good stuff. I feel more impassioned now more than ever to go into nursing, because dealing with what I just went through, it was the nurses who had me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nurses took care of me in a way that, I've always known that nurses care for you more than physicians a lot of times, but still, it was just experiencing it again in such a drastic way really kind of pushed me into this career even more. So I was trying to run from it, but sis, she was like, where are you going? Where are you going? This is for you. I am currently 24 years old. Oh no, I'm 25. Sorry y'all, my birthday was just a couple weeks ago. Or actually, my birthday was a month ago now. It was on April 2nd. Oh my God, time is flying in this quarantine. I'm 25. Oh my gosh. It's not that bad. I'm still young. But at least they're not gonna charge me to rent cars no more. By the time I get my BSN, I'll be 26, because I have like a year and a half. So 18 months to finish this degree. So why did I choose Chamberlain? For me, Chamberlain has a lot of benefits. I feel like it's very much so geared towards the working adult. A lot of people commute to the campus and have families, they're married, they have kids, well, that's what a family is, Melissa Marie. People are busy, you know what I'm saying? The average age also, not 18 to 22, which is what regular undergrad is. It's more like 23 to 33. So for me, that's exciting, because I'm 25 years old. I'm 25, y'all, I'm 25. I'm 25 or whatever, and I'm at this place in life where I want more adult experiences. I have a long-term relationship that I'm in. I have household responsibilities, so things that I have to think about that younger people might not have to think about if they're, dependent. For me, that was a bonus. I want to be around like-minded people who are sharing similar journeys to me so that we can bond better and we can support each other through this. I also liked that you don't need specific prereqs for the program. So with Chamberlain, you don't need specific prereqs. You can come in at ground zero if you don't have any previous undergraduate courses. Luckily for me, like I said, I transferred in with a bunch of credits, and that's really good because, did I say Chamberlain is expensive? Because I wasn't joking, like it's real life expensive. I would not recommend anybody just going to Chamberlain off rip from 0 credits, because even if you're rich, that's a waste of money. You could use that money to go buy an island or something. Chamberlain is expensive. Y'all might as well start drinking for how many times I say this school is expensive, because it's expensive. It's expensive. Ooh, because you don't need any specific prereqs, you can start pretty much whenever you want. So there's a May start, September start, and a January start. And I'm pretty sure there's also halftime start. So if you start in between a session, you can start in July, October, or March as well. So you got all these options to start school. I didn't want to have to wait until September for school. If you don't transfer in credits, you have to be mindful that each one credit is $700 a credit. So for one class, that's 3 credits. That's $2,100. That's a lot of money. Some full nursing programs, some full ASN or ADN programs cost that much. You know what I mean? Like, that's expensive. So just keep that in mind. But for me, with my previous educational background, I don't have to take any anatomy and physiology, any chemistry, any calculus, any algebra. I don't gotta take none of that. Statistics, I have all of that under my belt. I just have to take all of the nursing courses and then 2 or 3 other general education courses like political science or philosophy, critical thinking, that kind of stuff. Fine by me. I'm gonna get my BSN. I think it's also important to note that I was going back and forth on if I should just go get my LVN or LPN, depending on your state, if I should get my ASN and then bridge. But at the end of the day, I realized that I just don't got no more time in me to just be not in my career. Now, there are benefits to that for some people if you have financial hardship or whatever the case is, because the LPN program that I got into was like $4,000 for the whole program, or $5,000 for the whole program. And the ASN program that I got into, yeah, they were about $6,000. So for me, it's like, if I can just take out the middleman and just get my degree and hit the ground running, that seems like the best option for me. Especially with knowing that I want to further my education. So after I get my BSN and graduate, I would love to go back to school to become an advanced practice RN. I'm not really sure which of 2 specialties I would want to be just yet. Because I wanted to be an OBGYN before, I still love the idea of going into women's health and dealing with pregnancy and that kind of stuff. So on the one hand, I would love to be a certified nurse midwife. That would be an awesome career for me. I know I would be very fulfilled, very happy in that career. But on the other hand, I've been toying with the idea of being a CRNA. That's brand new for me. I started feeling like I could be a CRNA after I shadowed one. And she was a black lady. She was African. She was a black lady, and I just felt so proud seeing her at the level that she was at. And she just looked at me and she said, "You can do it." And I was like, "What can I do? What can I do?" And she was like, "You can be a CRNA." And I was like, I feel like I don't know if that's for me, because I'm not going to be interacting with any patients. I'm not going to be utilizing any specialized knowledge, which was very stupid of me to say. She got my neck real quick. And she explained to me exactly what it is that she does. And I was like, wow, this is actually, for me, this is actually not that bad. I would actually enjoy this as a career, potentially. But because I know what my heart is set on, and I know that women's health, and it's hard for me to say I'm just gonna throw that away to pursue something else. But for sure, it will be one of the two careers. Because I know that I wanna go further into my career and do that, I need to get my BSN ASAP because I want to get my years of experience in. I think it's very important before I try to be somebody's advanced practice nurse that I get my experience in. So I felt like Chamberlain was just the best option for me, and I'm really excited. I'm excited. And let me just say again for the 18th time, it's expensive. It is expensive. If you think I'm joking about expensive, I mean expensive. So please have your finances in order, because you will be salty and shocked by how expensive this school is. For me personally, I feel like it's an investment. Any investment is going to cost you some money. However, as long as it pays off in the end, then you didn't make a poor choice. I feel like it'll definitely pay off. I plan on doing some travel nursing. Shoot, I might even do some strike nursing, but I'm gonna pay off my degrees like quickly, with a quickness. I give myself 5 years to pay them off, if that. Also fortunate to be able to get some scholarships and grants to pay for the BSN degree at Chamberlain. But then I also had to take out a private loan, you know what I'm saying? I had to hit up Sally. I was like, Sally, you good, bro? She was like, yeah, I got you, dog. And that was that. If you guys have any questions on how I apply for my loans and all that kind of stuff, you could ask me any questions in the comments. I am an open book. Yeah, so that's my exciting news for today. I'm very excited to be starting my journey as a Chamberlain University nursing student, continuing my nursing journey. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will answer any questions you guys have for me about my journey or about how Chamberlain is going so far, but hopefully the videos that I post will be helpful towards you if you're trying to decide if you want to go, if it's a good idea, if it fits for you, etc. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Join the tribe. And wish me luck on my journey through nursing school. I'm super excited, guys. This has been a long time coming, like I said, but we here now. Also, if you are at the Chamberlain Atlanta campus, or if you are a student there, hit me up. Like, let's connect. I just moved to Atlanta. I don't really know people like that here.